Hello, everybody. Hello, beautiful ones. A lot of you, especially those that have known me, you have seen me rising, right? So a lot of times my life is getting better. I have been doing a lot of internal work for years. So when I'm posting things and you're seeing me looking good and being happy, I want you to know, I want everyone to know that my life didn't always look like that, and even still my life doesn't always look like that. I had years and years where I was very melancholy, where I was full of anger, where I did not know how to be joyful. Most of my life I didn't know how to be joyful. I didn't know how to laugh. I had a lot of stuff, so in the outward world, yes, I have 2 master's degrees and I almost finished another, and I have different successes that look good, but internally I was struggling for a long time. And what happens for a lot of us is that we are ruled by our subconscious patterns. So what happens with our subconscious patterns is when we're babies and we're children, the first 8 years, we just are downloading. We're downloading whatever is going on. And we can have a family that never fought and on the outward looked good, but we can actually, because we're vibrational beings, there's a lot of new research calling it's energy psychology. It's the vibrations that are going on. You can download the vibes that are going on in the family. So even if things in the outwardly look great, you're sucking all this stuff in. So the first 8 years you are going off your subconscious patterns. And we're also going off a lot of times our DNA patterns, and those can be things that are not even told to us. Like, for example, they have done a study with some grandchildren of survivors from the Holocaust, and the parents and grandparents decided when the children were little not to tell them anything about what happened in the Holocaust. They wanted to wait till they were older, all right? So, but the children, some of these grandchildren still, they were having nightmares about the concentration camps, and they were having nightmares about starving to death. Why? Because when trauma happens to you, and it can happen to you as a child, or it can happen to you anytime in your life. And trauma for all of us are different things. It can be the love of your life, the relationship ending. That can be something that's traumatic. It could be someone cheating on you. Whatever it is, there's different things that are traumatic for us. But anyways, when trauma happens, it changes the cells and then it lives in the DNA. So it gets passed on to the children. So sometimes even our patterns, we don't even realize what we're patterning. We don't even realize that we've downloaded. We can have a parent that was sad and had grief, and we can be observing them at 2 or 3 years old, and we can love that parent, and we can take on that sadness and that grief for them. So a lot of times in their life, we're living with this stuff and we don't even realize it. So I am just telling you this because a lot of times I looked at my life and this is the deal. You can beat yourself up for your patterns. You can beat yourself up because you're struggling for things. But a lot of times we don't realize, like for a lot of my life, I wasn't living from my center. I wasn't living authentically. I had a lot of different things I was dealing with, but I can't beat myself up on it because I was just operating for the subconscious patterns. The subconscious patterns are like a machine. They kick in. So, for example, you can tell yourself in the mirror, I love you, I really, really love you, and I recommend that. I do that every day. But your conscious mind will check in with your subconscious mind, and if your subconscious mind will see if that's correct, and your subconscious mind will say, no you don't, if that is what was patterned into you as a child. And so it will be more difficult for you to operate that. So you can change it. You can change it from repetition. Repetitions are powerful, and there's different ways you can change it. But a lot of times that is what is operating from us. So another example of subconscious patterns. Has anyone ever fallen in love with somebody? Oh man, no, I know most of us have, but anyone ever fallen in love with somebody? Things are beautiful and they're amazing, and then you are with them for a while, or one of you moves in and you're living together, or you get married and all of a sudden you're like, who is this person? Who is this person I married? Who is this person I'm living with? This is not who I signed up for, and they're probably thinking the same thing about you. Well, what happens when you fall in love, you are operating from the conscious mind because you are in the present moment. When you're in the present moment, and that's why it's important, I know Eckhart Tolle talks a lot about being in the present moment, and a lot of great masters. When you're in the present moment, you're operating from the conscious mind, and when you're falling in love, you're in the present moment, so you're operating from that. Then what happens is you get used to that person and you're not in the present moment anymore. You get, maybe you get bored, or you're used to them. So what happens is that you're not in the present moment and the subconscious pattern kicks in. So the conscious mind is actually who you are. The subconscious mind is like your machine, and it's your pattern. It's the stuff that you downloaded from your family, from society, from all this other stuff. So it's one of those examples where everyone in your family can say, oh my goodness, you're just like mom. And you know you're not just like mom, and you're like, I'm not just like mom. But everyone else sees that you're just like mom because it's your behavior and subconscious patterns that are just like mom. So that's the process of the subconscious patterning. So my stuff that I've done is I've done a lot of work on myself over the years. For years and years I've been doing stuff, and I've been going really deep. I do meditations every day. I do sound meditations. I do lots of stuff to heal those things. So when I'm up here and I'm showing myself getting powerful, it has been a process. So I don't want any of you guys, I'm doing these things and I'm putting my posts up and I'm doing this because I want you to know that anything you see in me, and you see me rising, and you see me healing, and me seeing me getting strong, I want you to know that there's no difference between me and you. You can all do the same thing. You can transform your sadness into joy. You can transform anything into something positive. And I'm not saying it's always an easy journey, but it is a journey. It's a road. It's kind of like when you are deciding to eat healthy. You're walking a certain road, and you've been walking this road, and all of a sudden you're aware, like, I want to heal myself. I want to, for example, I want to eat better. I want to change this. So you just choose a different road. Now you're on a different road. It doesn't mean that you're going to get there in 2 minutes or in 1 mile, or it's just that you're on a road and you're on this journey. And you just walk the journey, and sometimes you're going to get off track. Don't beat yourself up for it. We all do. It is part of the processes. So what you haven't seen for me is the days that I've been in tears, and the days that I have been broken, the times that I can't get things together, the days that I still get angry. There's still things that I struggle with right now. There's things that I have to deal with, and there's things I have to clean up because of years of living in my subconscious patterns. So I know that. I have to take responsibility for that. I work on it. There's days where it's just hard for me. So it is a process, it's a life process, but I wanted just to put that out there, and I wanted just to keep it real for everybody, because we are all human and we all are imperfect no matter what. I can be 150 years old here with a whole lot of advice and old wise woman with great wrinkles of wisdom, and I'm still going to have stuff. I'm not complete. I'm still not whole. We are all a work in progress. So I want you to know that. The other thing that I have learned is the heart is the frontier. I've been doing research on the heart, and it's kind of exciting. I believe the heart chakra is the elixir of life. Now, most of us live from the 3 lower chakras. Like 90-95% of humans live from the 3 root chakras. Okay, the first chakra is your root chakra, and when you're in the root chakra, you are living from fear or doubt or insecurity. Now that's where I was most of my life. If you have issues, you don't feel safe and prosperous in money, if you don't feel safe and prosperous in being loved, it's like the foundation. Then you're going to be stuck in the root chakra until you heal those things and you strengthen them. So for me, that was the thing that I was stuck in for a long time. The majority of people are in that one. And then the second is the sacral chakra, which is a sexual chakra. A lot of people are stuck in the sex chakra, the sacral chakra. And the thing too I wanted just to talk about, let's talk about sex for a second, okay? Well, so there's no morality. I'm not going to speak morality about any of this, but because we're energetic beings, we have auras around us. There's energy fields around us. When you meet somebody and you get a good vibe or bad vibe about them, that's what it is. A lot of people have been posting, I know who you are. Your energy speaks before you even speak a word. People can feel, and I think especially the younger generations are starting to understand that. I think all of us, if we listen to our intuition, we know these things. So there's an energy field around us. And Rumi talks about this, the great poet Rumi, the Sufi poet from the 14th century, 13th, I think 14th. But anyways, when you have sex with somebody, you're intimate with somebody, you take on their electromagnetic field. All right. So if that person's electromagnetic field is not as strong as yours, guess what? It's going to weaken your electromagnetic field, and you're carrying that energy with you. I don't know how long. Some people, I know somebody that says he can see it for several years, that it lingers around. I don't know if it's that long. Some people have different gifts and they can see different energies. But even if it's just a short while, you want to be careful about who is in your electromagnetic field. So that was a sidetrack, but the second chakra people are stuck on is the sacral chakra. So let me just be honest. Is there an addiction, a sex addiction, a porn addiction? Then that is off center. The third one is the solar plexus, and that is our center of power and control. So, if you're just seeking money and you're feeling okay about yourself. And a lot of times we go through life just trying to feel powerful, and we're stuck there because we totally don't feel powerful. So those are the three chakras that a lot of us and most of us are stuck in most of our lives. And then is the heart chakra as a fourth chakra, and that is, I read some places that it was about 5%. I don't know. We can't know the numbers, but a lot of us are not in the heart chakra, because we have been hurt, right? When you get hurt, what happens? You block up your heart, a lot of us have been hurt as children, so it's a tendency we want to protect that. But if we can open up the heart is the power center. It is the connection between the lower chakras and the upper chakras. It is where the divine comes in. It is, I believe it's the elixir of life. It is what fuels all the body parts. The other organs protect the heart. It fuels the body and the circulatory system and the sexual center. It fuels everything. So as human beings, we have done a lot of work on technology, on scientific advancement, but nothing has advanced the energy and the understanding of the heart. So I believe in the next 50 to 100 years, this is going to be the new frontier, is understanding the heart chakra. And when you are fully in the heart and you're operating from the heart, you can lead from your center, you can manifest miracles in your life, you can do lots of amazing things with the heart. So that is, I don't know, it's kind of exciting stuff, but I believe it is where we are headed. So that's why it's important to, I have a Heal Your Heart program that I've created for broken hearts, and it is not just for those of us that have had a broken heart from romance, and a lot of us have that. I'm not the only one that has had that. We can't be alive and not have that, right? So, but it's also about, a lot of us are walking through life with blocked or bleeding or broken hearts, and we can be in relationships with that. The majority of people end up dying from broken hearts in some way or another because it fuels all the other body parts. It impacts everything. So it's really important to open your heart and to love. And when you love somebody, it is just a reflection of what is in you, because we come from love, we are love. So people in our lives that if they've hurt you, they also are your greatest teachers. So you can bless them for the lessons. And I have another video on forgiveness, but I saw something great about forgiveness. A woman was talking about, she was amazing, but she was talking about forgiveness as a radical act, a warrior act of love. It is a freedom. It's like a freedom act. When you forgive, you're actually freeing yourself. You're cutting the cords from someone else. You're cutting the cords from something that has been negative. Why do you want to hang on to that stuff? So it is a radical act of freedom when you forgive, and that's an important thing. So those are some of the things I wanted to talk about today. But anyways, I wanted to touch base and just let you know again that when you see me and you see me rising and you see me looking powerful, it's taken me a long time to get there, guys, but it is a journey, and I want all of you to walk that journey. We all, if we're alive, we have a great gift. We have something that only you have something. I'm talking to you. You have something that only you have in this world. It is a gift that you are given to gift to yourself, because when you follow your gift, you heal yourself because you're happy, and it gives you joy, and it gives other people joy. And don't worry if you don't know what that is. Sometimes it's a labyrinth, and a lot of times for me, it was about the self-healing. I had to go in and heal myself first. I had to go in and dig in and get all that gunk out and go through that stuff before I could figure out what my gift was and what it is that I had to do. So it's a process. Some of us know early, some of us don't. It's a labyrinth. Again, I talk about the hero's journey, so I'm going to end with that. A long life's journey, you'll come across a great chasm. Jump. It is not as wide as you think. So, and my last one, this is a Joseph Campbell quote too. The other one's actually a Native American quote. And this one is, "The cave you are afraid to enter holds your treasure." All right? So, usually when it's something you're supposed to do and it's part of your bliss, it's going to scare the shit out of you, right? So you have to get brave and just leap and understand that you're going to be safe and you have a gift. All right, that's it. Peace out, everybody. Be powerful, be strong, go in and figure out those subconscious patterns, because you don't want to spend all your life repeating your patterns and having that stuff rule. You just be you. Anyways, love you. Have a beautiful day. You are beautiful. You are powerful. You are more amazing than you know. That's you. Yes, that is you. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.